and explained her procedure for making the base. Our Alfies are actually all old hood ornaments. Our bases, these are things I picked up in junkyards and on eBay and other places. And of course, we buffed them a little. We get out some of the rust and the buffle and pitting, but not all of it. You know, space travel does pit your spaceships a little. And the wonderful bases and all the work from done it was done by Tyler Eugene Smith of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and he's not here. But I know he would appreciate your applause if he was. So I'm going to give out, with a few friends, I'm going to give out a few of these hood ornaments. And since we don't know who's going to win these, most of the Alfies are determined, like the Hugos, by you guys. I look at the ballot. This year was a little different because the sad puppies, as you know, did a recommended reading list, and I have absolutely no objection to a recommended reading list. They played fair, I think, in the spirit of the way some other people do. I do recommended reading lists myself. On the other hand, the Rabid Puppies continued to be rabid, and they did a slate, and they completely dominated some categories. They pushed some good works off the ballot. So in those cases, I look for the top vote getter that never got a chance to compete for the Hugo because it wasn't on the ballot. And I look at the nominations. So there are no plaques on these because I don't know who won them, but we will send you plaques. So if you happen to win an Alfie, after you come up here and accept it, please go down and tell one of my lurking minions your address so that when we make a plaque as to what you want it for, we can mail it to you. And I think we finally got all of last year's plaques out. So, anyway, let us start in the first Alfie category where we had a nomination by the slates, Best Fan Cast. So we saw the Hugo winner, and we also have an Alfie winner with 212 nominations, Tea and Jeopardy by Emma Newman and Peter Newman. Are they here? Are Emma and Peter here, or anyone connected with Tea and Jeopardy who can come up and take an Alfie for them? Is someone coming? I'm completely blind up here. Hello. Hi. You're not them. Here you go. Say something.
Oh my goodness. I know Emma and Pete extraordinarily well. I published Emma's first books, and when they've been nominated for the Hugo a number of times, and they are absolutely thrilled each time. And I don't know if they're going to be on Twitter at the moment, because it's quite early in the UK, but they are going to be so bloody happy about this. They really, really are. I have no idea how I'm going to get this through customs, but thank you on their behalf.
We do have boxes that we can provide you to ship it back.
Excellent.
Yay!
And next, we have an Alfie for Best Fan Writer. I know we had a good winner in the Hugos who managed to win despite being on the slates, but this year the slates put people on it who never wanted to be on the slates, who frankly oppose everything that they stood for, but they were put on anyway as kind of hostages, and some of them won. But that doesn't affect the people who were closed off the slate. So for Best Fan Writer, the Alfie goes to Alexandra Erin with 213 nominations. I think here she is, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Never put a humorist on the spot. I don't have anything prepared. This is amazing. The more amazing thing is I have 213. George had 108. Sorry.
Okay, and just like the Hugos, we have guest presenters here. Where are you going? This way, this way. Left, this, that. Okay. Going around the long way. I'll vamp for a while. Here we go. To present the award for Best Graphic Story, we have John Boccaccio. Anytime Hugo winning artist.
All right, so we have Best Graphic Story. And looks like a little bit less of a rapid result in the Best Pro Artist category, so that's cool. So, the winner for the Alfie for Best Graphic Story is Bitch Planet, Volume 1. Extraordinary Machine. Robert Wilson, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Valentino de Landro. 271 nominations. Who's got it? Who's coming up? Anybody? Who's going to represent for this? What do we got? I can't see a thing, so come on. All right, take your time, don't trip. You're cool. All right, my man. Come on up.
Are you from the Bitch Planet?
No, but Sue's a friend and I know she'll be thrilled.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Now, I said earlier that you guys, in your nomination votes, are the ones who determine the Alfies. That's only partially true. Because last year, the Hugo Awards, there is a provision for the committee to give an award, or a couple awards if they want to, and they sometimes exercise it and sometimes don't. So I decided to use the same custom in the Alfies. And in the Alfies, I'm the committee. So it works out very handy. So in addition to the regular nomination awards, we have some committee awards. Last year, I gave committee awards to two writers that did the very courageous act of withdrawing their stories, their works from the Hugo ballot, declining a nomination, which is one of the hardest and most painful things that I can imagine to do, but they did it for all the right reasons, an act of courage and integrity, because they were put on the ballot as part of slates, and they wanted to achieve this honor fairly and not in that manner. And so we gave them Alfies last year. This year, I want to give an Alfie to another group of people who have also declined a nomination, not once, but twice in 2 successive years. So I would like to give an Alfie, a committee Alfie, again for integrity in declining awards and for the excellence that would have made them, I think, a contender and will make them a contender in some future years. So we have an Alfie for the people, the editors, and the staff from Blackgate. Do we have Black Gators here? I thought we did. He's coming, yes. A Black Gator. Hello. Certainly. I don't know what kind of hood ornament that is, but we have a lot. Go on.
My name is John O'Neill with Blackgate Magazine, Blackgate Blog. I come from a large family, and none of them read Blackgate Magazine. But every single one of them read the works of George R.R. Martin. And last year, when we declined the Hugo, George blogged about us, and I emailed my entire family, and I said, George R.R. Martin blogged about us, and he called me a bonehead. And this year, when we declined again, George was kind enough to mention on his blog, and one of the proudest moments of the year for me was emailing my entire family and saying, George R.R. Martin blogged about me, and this year he didn't call me a bonehead. So, a great moment of pride, and here's another one. Thank you.
Which brings me to Best Fanzine, another category that was largely slammed by the slates. And the top nomination getter with 108 nominations that did not make the ballot, but I think would have under a normal year. Journey Planet by James Bacon and Christopher Garcia.
This is rather unexpected. I definitely felt like a loser this year. There's no two ways about that. But just being here amongst friends was really awesome this evening. And I didn't feel like a loser anymore. And that was really lovely. And, you know, wow, this is as cool as it gets. I cannot tell you how awesome this is. This is the best thing ever. I swear to God. I've lost a Hugo. Holy shit, I won an Alfie.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
James just made a really big mistake because he let George hand it to me. Thank you so much.
And on behalf of Chris Garcia, we won't have a breakdown moment here, but I know he will say thank you to you all.
I'll send it to Chris.
Okay. And I want to bring up another of our special guest presenters. Irene, are you here? There she is. Irene Gallo of Core Books, present the award for Best Professional Artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what a privilege to be part of this community. Thank you, George. Best Professional Artist, Julie Dillon. So on behalf of Julie, I'd love to say thank you, and I know she would appreciate this very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And we only have 3 more to give here, so things are running down here. But the next one is another committee award. So let me ask you a question. How many Hugos is too many? I mean, this is an issue that's come up many times in the Hugos. I've won 8. Lost 17, but I've won 8. That's nice, but I would like to win more. For one thing, you know, Connie Willis has 11, and she constantly holds that over my head. And as Robert Silverberg humiliatingly revealed, I do not have the big one. But my 8 and even Connie's 11 are nothing compared to the number of Hugos that have cropped up in some of the other categories. You know, I think Dave Langford's entire house is built of Hugos. He has 714, I believe, for Best Fan Writer. But what do you do when you're just excellent year after year after year? Are you supposed to withdraw and make it like the Best Fan Writer who isn't Dave Langford? I don't know. I don't hold with that, but some people maybe do. I don't know. There's a certain amount of controversy about that. And it's been seen most often in certain categories. You know, when I first entered fandom in 1971, I went to my first convention, which is a little convention in Washington, D.C., and I started getting a couple fanzines. And one of those fanzines, a little mimeograph thing, rapidly became indispensable to me. And it's no longer mimeograph, but it's still indispensable to me. And that fanzine started winning Hugos, and it won Best Fanzine many, many, many times. First of all, it would win it every other year, and then it started winning it every other year. And that kind of upset some people, so the rules were changed, so it wasn't eligible for be a fanzine anymore, and they moved it into Best Semi-Prozine category, which was specially created for them. And then they started winning that category every year, and people started saying, well, you're winning too many often, too many Hugos. And the rules were rewritten again, and they didn't qualify for Best Semi-Prozine anymore. But they continued to be excellent. They continued to be indispensable. And my feeling is that excellence, as long as you continue to do excellent work year after year after year, you should continue to be rewarded for that excellent work. So they're no longer a fanzine, they're no longer a semi-prozine, but they're still excellent, they're still indispensable. And I want to give this next Alfie to Alisa and the guys and girls from WorldCon.
This is like almost unfair.
No, it's not.
I'm terrible because I'm really weepy about this stuff. I love this field. And I love all of you, and I love you, George. Locust earned and won a lot of rockets in the past, and we are very grateful for that. And we would never begrudge anybody else winning a rocket. But this is a really lovely, lovely gesture. And we don't win any more awards because we were made ineligible, and it's fine, we have a lot of them. And I want other people to win them, but thank you. We work really hard. And we love the field. We love science fiction and fantasy and horror. And, we love the writers. And we love everybody who works in this industry. I'm going to stop saying love, but I'm from California. I can't help it. Thank you. Thank you, George. You guys going to say anything? Say something. And I'm leaving.
Come here. It's simple. If you love science fiction, the way our founder loved science fiction and the way our editor-in-chief loves science fiction, then you're going to love Locust. And it's a wonderful thing that George saw fit to recognize the effort of the regular staff, the people who do it every single day, who meet insane deadlines and who sweat blood to try and do the best thing they can for this field. It's a pleasure to work for them and an honor. And it's just been a really special thing, a wonderful thing on George's behalf to recognize particularly what these guys do.
Thank you so much. Ordinarily, I'd be out there taking a photo of somebody receiving this, but since this is actually about all of you and the readers, I want to take a photo of you from the stage.
I thought we wanted more awards. I mean, I thought that was really cool to get more awards. This is one. I have to say, I had a career in academia in science fiction, but
Are you still in the car that goes
as a matter, I'm going to check my driveway when I get home. I think that's where that theme comes. Locust brought me in. Reading brought me into science fiction. Locust brought me into the family, and everybody here's the family now. And this is terrific. And it's been 20. I've been writing for 23 years. 25 years. I'm not. My memory isn't what it used to be. Well, thank you all. Thank you all for voting for us.
And we only two more. And this one, I'm especially pleased to give because it was no awarded in the Hugos tonight, and was a real cesspool of ugliness.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking about best related work. But we do have a worthy winner for the Alfie, even though there was no Hugo winner. With 359 nominations, the best related work for Alfies goes to Letters to Tiptree. Alysa, Krasnostein, and Alexandra Pierce. Hi. You don't look like Alysa.
She's shorter than me and much more attractive. But nonetheless, the essence of her message is simple. This book that she put together with Alex Pierce, the pair of them, was an act of love for science fiction. It was to honor the people who come before us in the way they deserve to be honored, to be respected the way they deserve to be respected, and to allow us, this current generation, to express our feelings about those great predecessors, in this case, James Tiptree Jr. I know Alisa is thrilled. I know Alex is jumping up and down in Melbourne and delighted. Thank you very much for recognizing their work.
And finally, the last Alfie night, the big one. But in the Alfies, the big one is littler than in the Hugos. But we have to have the big one presenter, so if Mrs. Silverberg would return to the stage. We're going to give the Alfie, the last Alfie, for Best Short Story. We had a very worthy winner in Best Short Story for the Hugos, but we also had a lot of worthy work that was kept off the ballot by the slates. And the one of them that got the most nominations will take home this Alfie, given by someone who actually knew Alfie. What would Alfie make of the Alfies?
Alfie would love it. Alfie loved Alfie. I actually did win that hood ornament Hugo in 1956, which to my astonishment is 60 years ago. And despite what George was implying, I did not look upon it with contempt. What I looked upon it as was a Hugo. And my thought was not what an ugly little hood ornament that is, but I'm 21 years old and I've won a Hugo. And it was also the most beautiful model Hugo that had ever been awarded up to that time. It was the third year. And Alfie's Hugo, I never saw Alfie's Hugo, but John Campbell won it the same year. And John had it up at his office, a small insignificant, corrupt little piece of tin. And I thought, mine is better. Well, now we jump 20 years to the 1976 Big Mac. And I'm a little staggered to think that I'm talking about events 20 years ago and 60 years ago, 40 years ago and 60 years ago. They're all in the distant past, but they're 20 years apart. The Hugo Losers Party that George gave at Big Mac, I remember Alfie being there, the most impressive, distinguished-looking man of mature years, dropping the light, sophisticated quip here and there. What I can't remember, other than that, is whether I was there. That's what 1976 was like. I probably was there, because otherwise, why do I remember Alfie? But who knows? Anyway, get down to business here. Best short story. Hungry Daughters of Starving Mothers. For both of you who don't know, that's by Alyssa Wong.
Welcome. Thank you, voters. 253 nominations.
253 nominations.
Oh my god. Whoa, okay, this mic is a lot closer than I thought. Wow. Holy shit, you guys, thank you so much. Wow, I don't know, I'm super blown away because I didn't know this was a thing. But I'm incredibly honored, and I'm incredibly honored that, you guys all believed in my story and believed in me enough to vote for this. So thank you so much. Yeah!
And that's all we got for this year. But, it's hard tracking down all these damn hood ornaments. So, next year, nominate. Nominate so I don't have to keep doing this year after year after year. Nominate, read, and nominate the best science fiction and fantasy of the year, and the best fanzines, and the best fan writers, and the best artists. Make the Hugos what they are, and still are, and always will be. And thank you very much. Now we can